don't know if the previous video got recorded. If not, I guess Hashem knows that it wasn't, but it's on the tzaddik. Shnasei tshuva v'natchim af min hakriya. Shoftim v'shotrim titin lecha b'chol shalecha asher Hashem Elokecha noten lecha v'shivtecha v'shafta ota mishpat tzedek v'lo titei mishpat v'lo takir panim v'lo tikach shochet. The pasuk says that you need to place judges and guards, you need to put for you in all of your gates, that Hashem your God gave to your tribes, and you should judge the nation a righteous judgment, not to steer the judgment, and not to change the judgment, and not to take a bribe, etc. Perish Rashi HaKadosh. The Sheftecha. Mazli Yeshevet. Sorry about my pronunciation. I also don't know how so well to go to read Hebrew. Hashem should help me. But I'm not going to marater because I want to hear the words of the tzaddik. I want to hear the words of the tzaddik. I want to hear the Torah from the tzaddik. Teach me how to be a better yid. That's the equivalent to Torah Lishma. Torah is Lashon Lishma. The Shem Torah, the Moranayim says the Shem white Torah is called Torah Lashon Morer. Teach us how to be better yid and for Hashem. And the Bama speak out for Hashem like the Hila the Tosh Rebbe was. Scuti again a little bit of voice. Hashem is Moshe Tzvot Tzvot. Shashpia Tovot on Israel. Tovot the Prat and Yishalei Makashalei. The Tosh Rebbe one time said, I heard if a person puts his hand on his door and just thinks his name, Rav Meshulam Faish Ben Tzira, they can send him any thought they want him again. So it's known that the Svarim is the Petach to the Devet, the Tzaddik. So all we need to do is just Mavakish from the Tzaddik and Mavakish all we want, and he's with us right now. His name is Torah, L'Shem Shamayim, L'Samach HaZruach, L'Shem Yitbarach, L'Alot Nefesh Ruch, L'Shama Chai Yechina, the Tzaddik Yisod Olam, Rabbi Meshulam Faish Ben, Rav Mordechai Zichron Tzaddik, L'Kodesh Nefer. Just go to again and then Perish Rashi HaKodesh L'Shaftecha Musar Al Titen Lecha Shoftim L'Shoitrim Titen Lecha L'Shaftecha. You have to give judges and guards to your shevets, to your tribes, in all of your gates. Yesh L'Dakdek. We have to medakdek on it. We have to look at it very carefully. L'Lefi Zeh Teves Lecha. What does it mean Lecha? To you. If it's for your tribe, if it's to you. Mutar l'choyra. In theory, it seems that it's an extra word, God forbid, because there's no extra word in the end of the Torah, and every word is coming to teach us something. Rabbi, we should be smart enough to listen to it. Like every day, we hear the same messages, myself included. In the West, everybody hear the same messages. We just don't wake up. And Hashem finally smacks us in the face. Bam, bam, bam. A few upper knocks, a few elbows, a few knees, and finally we say, Yes, Hashem, I know you're right. I'm sorry. Slicha. Achil אותה. Achila, באמת מחילה Hashem. I'm a retard. And I don't do what you want me to do. In Kosei now, we're going to learn Torah to teach us what you want us to do. What the tzaddik. V'avi le'loimar shoytim titin b'chol sharecha l'shavtecha. You should have just said to put guards and judges and guards in all of your gates for your tribes. Gam oimru asher Hashem Elokecha noten lecha. That Hashem your God gave to you. L'chora miyutar, it's extra. Kima ba'akatu l'osif lanu b'zeh. What extra thing does the pasuk come to teach us with that? That Hashem your God gave to you. Tzedek tirdof leman techiyah v'yirashta te'eretz. Righteousness, proceeded, run after, chase it. Not money chase, righteousness. Leman techiyah, so that you will live. Yirashet at the eretz, you inherit the eretz, the land, known at that community for eretz, the shechina. If a person wants shechina, they have to roidef achar tzedek is yisod. A person is roidef achar yisod is erchatan. Was it very difficult to see? So it's very difficult to show you. So. It's the time of the tzaddik. Come and worship me as good as come and kedusha shayra. I love Tosh Rebbe. I could look at him for hours. He's a beautiful person I ever saw in my life. He's a tzaddik. He's a shechina of shayra. Sometimes you would think they look and realize that people are looking at him, and like taking glory out of his beauty. I'm disgusted in that, so they purposely start picking his nose or something like that, try to make themselves look good. And he's with the yichud too, for sure. It was with the yichud. He's wanting to get the attention off of himself, how beautiful he looks, and the second is at the same time he's making a yichud. He's trying some sort of shefa tov from his. That's what the tzaddikim do. That's what the goal is for every yid to do. That's what the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh taught us. That's what Rabbi Nachman taught us. That's what the Holy Tosh Rebbe taught us. That Kabbalah of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and the Ari HaKodesh is not only shaykh like Palm, the big tzaddikim, but shaykh to every Yehudi. Every Yehudi to bring the Geulah. It's Likrat the Geulah, it's the final tikkun. Final tikkun. Perish Rashi HaKodesh. Kedai hu minu hadayanim haksherim. It's proper to appoint kosher dayanim lechiyot et Israel, to give life to the Jewish people, velo shivan alad masan, to cause the Jewish people to sit on the ground, which means that the appointing of uprighteous judges is the key for Israel being on their land. Not what any of the government thinks, any of the people against the government or for the government, or this party or left or right or whatever thinks. The Torah tells us clearly that for Israel to sit on the land is dependent on appointing righteous judges. Yesh lavin. Lama dafka schut mitzvah zu shel minui shoftim. Why specifically this mitzvah? 613 mitzvahs. Why is the Yidden being in Eretz Yisrael dependent on that one mitzvah of appointing judges? Kedai v'chodet Yisrael u'shivin al masam. That one mitzvah is now prarui, put the Jewish people on the land. Yesh levaer al derech haremez. We can explain it via a hidden way, by the way of the hidden. What's hidden in these words? What's the Heilige Torah teaching us? Says the Heilige Rebbe. Says the Heilige Rebbe. Al pi ha'mavuar b'sfarim ha'kadoshim. He's not even coming to say a chidush. Doesn't want you to think he's a chacham. He doesn't need to say chidushim. He's just telling us what the Heilige Tzaddikim said. The Sfarim ha'kadoshim, that the whole Hasidish world was makabel upon himself to be all Kodesh Kadoshim, אבל לא רוצים לקיים את המילים האלו. לא רוצים לקיים את המילים האלו. השם ישמרנו ויצילנו. יש לבאר על דרך רמז, we can explain it in a hidden way. על פי המבואר בספרים הקדושים, which is explained in the Holy Sfarim. בפרשה זו בא ללמוד לנו דרכי התשובה בחודש אלו. What's the whole point of Parsha Shoftim? Now, right, Shabbos, Rosh Chodesh Elul, is to teach us tshuva, how to do tshuva and Elul, how to do tshuva and Elul. But it's not enough just to say Tikkun HaKlali, not Mizalzel, Tikkun HaKlali, Eizeh Kodesh Kadoshim. So you think that's enough, we can just mumble 10, create the Tehillim. Hashem's going to forgive us for all of our Hogim, everything. Halavai, I hope. But even if yes, not right of us, we need to do more. For them, it's too bad that we heard the King, and we heard our Neshama, and we will not get Gula and Mashiach, because it's all of the Olam. Like Rav Rat, as if one Tzadik B'Kodesh T'Bracha points out in his Sfarim HaKadoshim, in Torah HaKodesh, all the things that every Pagam does, the Prat, Pagam Brit, Miyachol, Legishim, Mekinze, Hashem Yizakeh Otanu, Zchut HaTzadikim, Rabbi Tosh, you only have to look at his face. Only have to look at the face of the Holy Rebbe Tosh to see that he was clean from anything. It's not good even to praise so much in these days. No doubt. No doubt. I'm sorry for not staying on track. I'm so emotionally moved. I'm so hurt inside, burning, feeling the loss of a tzaddik. Nothing says you have to cry over the loss of tzaddikim. The Gemara says someone has a problem. Not the Gemara says also. Shabbos I have made. My mind doesn't know anything about Torah. They think that it's never more Shabbos. Anyways, why dafka this mitzvah? Running after this, doing school and pointing out judges that are ksherim. The manhigim of Israel, they need to be told that the manhigim are ksherim. The Am is kosher. This isn't the Rebbe, this is just the side answer. The manhigim are kosher. Everybody's kosher. But who can say that they're kosher or meant to be a manhig? Maybe that's what Rabbi Nachman meant. The Chiddush Kabbalah, they want to be after me. They want to be close. Each tzaddik is beautiful. Some are manhigim, some are more, some are less. Tosh Rebbe was a manhig. Eizeh kehida, eizeh akbedot, not to medber in the bit knesset. Not to bring ילדים קטנים, בנות, in the bit knesset. Say Tehillim together like a tzibur, before shachrit. ויש לבר על דרך הרמז, על פי המבואר בספרים הקדושים. The parsha zu bad lilmod danu darchei tshuva b'chodesh Elul. This parsha is coming to teach us tshuva in Elul. V'hinei iker tachbulot hayetzer, v'ma shemoneh et adam mileshuv b'tshuva. The yetzer will let you don't do anything in the world, just not do tshuva. Just not do tshuva. V'zrat Hashem, achי, אני עושה tshuva. עוד מעט, v'zrat Hashem. V'zrat Hashem, כן, v'zrat Hashem. If you know what's the right thing, do it now. היא על ידי שמטריד את דעתו מלהתבונן במצבו בעבודת השם. What does the Yetzirah do? It makes a person think about anything except for this, where he's standing right now. Avodas Hashem. What's his matzav? What's his level? Where is he? Is he a Rasha or is he a Tzaddik? Is he a good Jew? Maybe he's not a good Jew. Do we even think about these questions, or we just take life and keep going on and on? That's who we are. The Eino Menich, what's the Yetzirah? That's what he doesn't let us do. The Eino Menich on the sot, cheshbon and nefesh al ma'aseh. It doesn't let you do cheshbon and nefesh on your actions, on our actions. V'im adam chai b'olam, but the cheshbon and nefesh, if a person lives in the world without a cheshbon and nefesh, without taking an accounting for himself, like the book the Cheshbon Nefesh says, a person in the store, they vada every night, they do a cheshbon and accounting, how much they spent, how much they made, what's the profit, how much they have to pay out on ourselves. On ourselves, on the pennies from the gum in the store, we care about that. On ourselves, we don't. It's what did I do today, which are theirs? What do we need to change? What did I do wrong? What did I fix? I don't do it. I can talk nice about it. I don't do it. It's the other one thing to do something like that. I don't have to face the fact that all I do is a verot all day long. And I'd have to change and do tshuva. I'm smiling because I know everyone's thinking that I'm joking, but I'm not joking. ואם אדם חי בעולם בלי חשבון הנפש, אזי חושב תמיד בליבו, כי כל דרכיו ישר מותקים, he thinks everything he does is בסדר. How many people do ask him for tzedakah? אני בסדר גמור, אנחנו תפילין היום. My brother, I'm okay, everything's good with me, I put on tefillin this morning. It's great, it's amazing, tefillin, yishtabach HaMelech. Wow, your whole day is worth it. There's 24 hours in a day, so 1 minute you put on tefillin. What about the other 23 hours of the day? Now you must speak, you've accomplished what you need for your Creator. says in the Svarim Mekadoshim Leber Bain Chaim things that even if a person every second of their life would just do mitzvot, would still not be enough to thank God for all of the Torah that He does to me, to thank Hashem. I'm laughing because my kids know the word God as Hashem. One day I was doing it Boredut and I was lying down in the salon in my house. One of my sons, Hashem should bless him, he should be well. Speak tzaddik. I should be tzaddik, he should become the biggest tzaddik of Hashem. All the Jewish communities of Hashem. So he said to me, Tati, what are you doing? I looked at him half asleep and I said, can't you see I'm talking to God? And I said to him, Tati, who's God? Because he never heard the word before in English, he just knows of Hashem. Said joy that a father has of a kid like Hashem has. Abam Yisrael when we do a mitzvah. Same thing. So a person that thinks always in his heart, everything he does is okay. I make $3 billion a week, and I gave 18 shekels to tzedakah. I'm Beseder Gomor. And you know, some people give $1 million a year, but still if they can give much more and they don't. So it's the same thing as the guy that gives the Shloshim Agor in Hashem's eyes. One of the Balatanya, Skutigin and the Nevako Israel. It's one of the things the Guru is to learn is tzedakah. There was no Balat tzedakah b'dorei kamua, kamua mitosh. Everything gave away, everything. Lo akhpat lo mitzvot, he didn't want any money. He didn't want any money, he just wanted mitzvot. He just wanted to give it all, tzedakah. Not $20, not 1,000, thousands to anybody and everybody. All he wanted was just something to be tzaddik. His promise was to be tzaddik in ends. No politic, no shpolitic, no shum davar, but ends tzaddik. That's what we're saying. Tzaddik. So a person thinks he's beseder. But the truth is, shebe'ein edam kol darachav v'ha'kodav toivim mimah. They're all good. Ve'ein oro ben shum akesh upitpil. He doesn't see anything wrong in his ways. Ki kol negayim adam roya chutz minegei atzmo. The Gemara in Negayim says that all of the blemishes a person can see, all of the negayim a person can see, except for his own. No one can see that. It's a joke when you have a fresh Baal Tshuva. They say everyone who's more religious than me is a fanatic, and everyone who's less religious than me is an apikoros. It's funny, you can laugh, it's okay. You can be happy when you're Jewish. There's nothing against being happy. We're supposed to be happy, we're supposed to be simcha. We're supposed to dance, we're supposed to be in ecstatic ecstasy every moment of our life that we're a Yid. Rabbi Nachman says even if you're full of averot and you did everything wrong, Gaval, nothing's going your way. Just smach shelo sani goy. And I'm a Yid. Rejoice that I'm a Yid. Rejoice that I'm a Yid. Rejoice that I'm a Yid. Smach shtadach hamelech shelo sani goy. Shelo sani goy. That I can do mitzvot HaMashit to do a nice Bereshit. And to have shaykhet to tzaddikim. To have shaykhet to the Tosh Rebbe. To Rabbi Nachman. To Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. To the Ari HaKodesh. To the Rashash. To Chacham and Asham. Avdemi B'min Haifa, the Ramah, all of the Tzaddik Emes, Rabbi Arata, Zchut Yigin Aleinu Al Yisrael. Ki kol הנגעים עד אמור יחוץ מנגעי עצמו. ולכן אי אפשר לא לשוב בתשובה על חטאותיו בלב שלם. He can't fully do tshuva with a full heart. because he doesn't really see the problem. My wife can tell me all my problems in the world. I can't see them. I'm perfect, don't you know? That's what everyone thinks. He doesn't know what he sinned. A person wants to merit, to complete tshuva, to complete repentance. Tzarich b'tchila la'asot cheshbon nefesh al ma'asav. He needs to take an accounting on what's he doing. He's learning in university. For what? What is he learning in university for? What's the point? He's working as a teacher in a non-Jewish school. What are you accomplishing from that for the purpose of creation? You have to stop. You have to think that's on a general level, also on a specific level. I'm living with a non-Jewish woman. So what? She says she wants to convert. In the meantime, I'm living with a non-Jewish woman. Not me. I'm saying people. They don't even know better. They're good Jews, they're good Yidden, they're good lives. They do mitzvot. Some of them do much more mitzvot than most of the Haredim. But this pogea, these things that are pogea, can't. It's the stuff. If they realize it's wrong, but they can't see that it's wrong because they're stuck in it. It's like a heroin addict. You can put him in rehab and he runs away. Hashem Yishmor. צריך בתחילה לעשות חשבון נפש על כל מעשיו, לעניין, לעיין ולהתבונן היטב בדרכיו ותהילו כלפיו. Person has to contemplate deeply in their ways, in the things that they're doing, and what's going on in life, what they do. ולשפוט את עצמו במאזני שכל, he needs to באמת use a scale in his mind. Use the scale in his mind, לפשפש ולמשמש בכל אשר עבר, to search and to check all that happened over there. Allah me'odo ve'adakshav. He has to think about his life. You know, my grandfather was a Shalom. He could tell his whole life story, every bit of it. Me, I don't remember anything. But it says that it's also brought down in the Svarim that when a person tries to remember the Virot that they did and what they don't remember, so it's either that they're already forgiven for Ishtabach, that's why they don't remember them because they don't exist, or because you don't need to remember Hashem is already going to give them tshuva. But they have to try to remember all their that they did. Went back and did tshuva for everything that he ever did from the time that he was a little baby and he gave his mommy pictures when she fed him. באמת עם ישראל, משיח קרוב, משיח קרוב. All of the Gedolim were saying it, all of the Ketanim were saying it, all of the Sheitim were saying it, all of the Chilonim were saying it, all of the Haredim were saying it, all of the Hasidim were saying it. The last of the Tzadikim, Amitim, already not gone. מה נשאר? איפה נברח? איזה צדיק, צעלי ערב רב. You see what they're Megala about offering the people to Yidden treifas for money. Sell Jewish souls for money. Sell treif to Yidden for money. Hashem Yishmael. Kama Mechalei Shabbat. They're good Yidden, they don't even know any better. They're mamash tinuk shenishba. They need a hug, they need a kiss, they need a lot of tefillot. They need positivity. Tefillot, love, understanding. Warm. That's what the Tosh Rebbe stood for. When it was Gabbai, Hashem Yivrecha told me one time that the Rebbe would never tell anyone you're doing bad. Come into the worst guy ever and say, you're doing good, but you're going to do even better. It was that positivity that lifted him up, and that's what Torah Reish Pei Beis and the Ele V'Seichel L'Kutei Moran talks about. When you see the Nekuda Tova in someone, it Mamela raises them up to be to that place. And that's the Bechina B'Tzadik. Kama Rachok B'Nach. That's the Bechina B'Tzadik. He sees the Tov in everyone. And that Magbirs the Tov because of the Tov, not the good to be strong. We'll continue. Now via this, he'll come to recognize in his dot Ad kama chetu v'gam, how much he sinned. Ad heinu neged kavoid malchuto yitbarach. Until how much now he went against Hashem's malchut, against the kingship of Hashem yitbarach, may be blessed. Vad kama rachok hu adayin min avodah shlema. How far is he still from the complete service of God? So I put on tefillin every day. And now in the completeness of the servant of the Almighty, who's creating creation every second and creating me only to serve Him. That's enough. So I learned koilel. I learned koilel 8 hours a day. That's enough. So I give $1 million to tzedakah a year. That's enough. No, nothing is enough. Nothing is enough. If one person would do enough, they would start to live. Because they came to shleimus. That's what happened to Tosh Rebbe. They came to 120 shanim, 120 madrigot, madriga, madriga. That's what happened now to Rebbeinu. Rebbeinu Tosh. If I knew that people weren't watching this one, I just want to put my head down and cry. Forgive me for the bittul of the Torah. The Rebbe Tosh, he said he was against it. This is like a eulogy, where I feel this is not just like I'm speaking right now to the Rebbe. I feel him with me right now. And I'm just looking at the computer. If someone's also to hear it, my chizik from it. Great. If someone looks at it and gives me the zionat from it. Anyways, the Rebbe said that when you're learning Torah, let's say you're learning Gemara right now. So it's up on the Yitzhak to stop and start telling you Sipur Tzadikim. You know, you're into it, that reminds me of this Sipur Tzadik, this reminds me of this Rebbe, this Tzadik. No, he said only when you're learning Chassidus, then it's the appropriate time that you can stop and talk and tell stories about Tzadikim. So the whole purpose of learning Chassidus is not just to say you learn Chassidus, but it's to become a Chassid. It's to learn or get a hold of the Vekas of the Tzadikim. Chassidus literally is referring to the teachings of the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh and all of his Talmidim and Talmidei, Ad Doreinu, Ad Mavatosh. So now, when we learn from the Torah of the Rebbe, this is Chassidus, we're allowed to stop and talk and tell stories. And Chazik us to what is Hashem. I have a lot to say, I know when to listen. What can I do? Mishtamim, Shbeba Chavara. Mishtamim on Torah Kadosh. Yes, Anashim Mishtamim on video games. כל מיני שטויות, אנשים שומעים movies, סרטים. כמה זמן אנשים waste. Can misunderstand, even though it's probably pogea, a person needs about tshuva, here, Sham at the beginning a little bit, and then bring it down a lot. There's some people after years and years of still in tshuva. They just don't get it. They don't find the love of the Torah, the commandment, the Hilek commandment. Like the Tosh Rebbe with them day and night. So one of those gabbas once put it to me, commander in the morning, commander in the afternoon, commander in the evening. Hashem Yivrech Gabay is all tzaddik. Amash the Gabay Metzadikim. But all that morning, side point, knows all the not fun stuff that's around him, not the Gabay, or the prevent people from coming to the tzaddik. There I saw the Gabay, the most labor, I saw the Amamiti, Emet, it's in Tov Leini, it's in Tov Anashim. Hashem Yivrech et kol האנשים טובים אלו ושם נטוש, ותהיה נטוש. כל אופן, אנחנו ממשיכים. זה יום שישי ועל שישי, זה עניין תורה לעמי. יש רבי, יש רבי, אז אני בקש לבחר רבם תיקון הזוהר הקודש, עמי גם על שישי. שמונה במרש, that's the point. Zot ba'katav da'azir comes the pasuk to warn Otanu, the Yamim Elu, Shoiftim in these days before Rosh Hashanah and Elul, Shoiftim v'shoitim titein lacha, judges and guards put for yourself, Hainu shekol echad ve'echad Yisrael, so everyone from Israel, every Jewish person, everyone, Haredi, Chiloni, Sfardi, Ashkenazi, Ashkenazi, no Mishnema, Kafkazi, wherever you are, Ethiopia, Yehudi, Yisrael, Yamid al Atzmo Shoftim V'Shotrim. You have to stand up upon yourself, guards, judges and guards. Ati Lishpot et Ma'asav B'Mazne Sichla. You have to judge your ways with the scale in your seichel. Shiftecha, what does the pasuk mean? It's your shevet. Perusho melashin shevet musa, like the strap of musa, of chastity. Hainu, sheyarda v'yasera tatzmo. Person has to be disciplined on himself. The lido, the shevet musa, he has to have a lot of steel on himself. But just on your kids you have to discipline. Just on your kids, feed them out and expect them to be soldiers. You have to be soldiers. Just to a boss because he pays you money, to him we have to mevatel ourselves. No, we have to then mevatel ourselves. We have to become servants to God. I mean, I sound like a fanatic, crazy, Baal Tshuva, nut job. And I am, Baruch Hashem, I am. It says at the end of days that Nevuah will be given to Shotim. It's not even me saying anything. We're just reading the words of the tzaddik. By the words of the tzaddik, Hashem is narrating our eyes. Is it Hashem? Everyone that sees this, I pray they should say for one little bit heart of tshuva, including myself. Pray on me also how much tshuva I need. Provided the words of the Holy Rebbe. Tosh this was the day I feared more than any day in my life. This was the day that I feared. I knew it would have to come one day. Yeah, I knew it would have to come one day. Now I think it could be easier. The neshama could come. Come to me, Nechalom. I'll call myself Asher Asa. A person has to do a cheshbon nefesh on everything they do. Asher Asa me'oido ad heina, from the beginning of his life up until now. By this he can come to tshuva. Like Chazal said in the Gemara in Brachos, Toiv ha'marades achas b'libo shel adam yoiter mikam ha'malchiyos. If it comes from the heart, it's better one musa from himself in the heart. Have a person more than 100 snacks from someone else. By doing this eitzah, this advice, I've been taking an accounting on our souls, looking at what we're doing in our life. What's it for? How we're raising our kids? Are we giving them kosher teeth? Are we giving them treifti? Are we teaching them about Shabbat? Are we teaching them about Kas? So by this, a person can prepare their souls to greet the day of din that's coming on us to Torah. Va'ala mishpat hazeh amar hakatuv achar kach, afterwards on this says the pasuk, lo titei mishpat, not to steal the judgment, lo takir panim, not to show favoritism, lo tikach shoched, and not to take bribery. Not to take bribery. You can't sell the emes. You can't say sheker for money, tipshim, migam. All of us, we're all Hashem, we're all Hashem. The whole world is sheker. Why? Because of money. People made themselves mishukayim over pieces of paper. Hashem Yishmereinu v'Yitzilenu. And wipe your tush with same paper. Why? Because this paper has a picture on it and this one doesn't, so this one I wipe my tush with. And this one I go crazy, excuse my speaking, but that's the truth. It's much worse you're doing, my doing, all of our doings. Money. Hashem Yishmereinu. I mean, Hashem mishtageh on money, mishtageh on it. The clip is so tight on it, a person doesn't have what to eat and can be dying. Not even care. Not the Tosh Rebbe. The Tosh Rebbe taught us. And the way that we should learn from his actions to give everything away. The more you give away to tzedakah, the better. The greater mitzvah is the best investment you can do. People are chasing stocks, people are chasing the lotto. I don't know, in America and Israel right now, people have a disease, they're addicted to the lotto. Addicted to it as an addiction. Hashem Yishmereinu v'Yitzilenu. It's not their fault. They just want some money to the mitzvah. Hashem, send them Yisrael money, mitzvah Hashem. Send them Yisrael parnasa. The Rebbe, of course, is the Yikar parnasa. It's the parnasa of the neshama. Parnasa l'avod Hashem yitbarach. That's parnasa to have a seder yom. Torah, tefillah, hitbodedut, tefillah, azman with the mishpacha. If a person needs to work, b'derech hamunah, b'kashrut, to give money to myself, not to take a shoched in their work. not to work in kashrut and say that something's kosher when it's not. Oh, yeah. How can that person do such a thing? How? How? I can understand a person can sell drugs. I can understand a person can rape someone and have a sick taiva. I can understand a person can kill someone. How can a Jewish person sell something for money, saying that it's kosher, knowing that it's not kosher? How? When it was told to the Tosh Rebbe from the Admon Al-Mishem he told the Tosh Rebbe that there's a problem with Shechita. His wife had already, for Shabbos, they look at Tosh Rebbe. He told his wife, we're not going to eat the chicken, throw it out. He gave the Rav from Alman, he gave him money, he said, please go build me my own private kosher Shechita. So Chaz v'Shalom Yochel, or B'yom Shel Rosh B'Safek. So, what are we coming to say here? We're coming to say that this is what the pasuk is coming to warn for us. Shoiftim v'shoitim titin lecha. Hainu shekol echad v'echad Yisrael. Every Yehudi yamid al etzmo shoiftim v'shoitim, judges and guards. Lishpot et ma'aseh v'mazdas yichlo. To do a cheshbon a day and night. We said that's the preparation for the Yom Din. V'ala mishpat hazeh amar katav omer achar kach. What does the pasuk say afterwards? Lo titei mishpat. Lo takir panim, v'lo tikach shochet. Perush, what's the explanation? Shekesher adam shoited at its no. Where he said cheshbon, when a person judges himself, and he does a cheshbon to his nefesh, Yizayir shelo yitei mishpato, he can't steer the judgment. V'lo yikach shochet me'yitzora, not take a bribery from the yitzora. Asher meshachet at adam tamid, he's constantly bribing, he's constantly trying to bribe a person to do a verot. Benegiyot u'peniyot shonot with different ulterior motives. And the Sameh Deina, and he blinds the person's eyes. Shelo yishpot et ma'asav be'emes v'dan nechona, so he can't judge his actions honestly. It's not even his fault. He's blinded by the Yitzhak. He can't even judge if what he's doing is an Avera or a mitzvah. He thinks it's a mitzvah. Oy, v'kagon l'pamim ha'adam mitchaber le'edei chever. Sometimes he gets a friend. Hashem mashpia alav hashpa'ah lo tova, and the friend is bemet, not a good influence for him. Hashem should save us from friends like that. Who knows? Should bring us to a good friend that's a good influence on Hashem. He needs to know that he needs to separate himself from that friendship. It's very hard for him to separate from this friendship. Because he wants to kiss the guy's tushes. He wants to kiss his tush and other shekers. So the Yitzhak tricks us. And he says he's not such a bad guy after all, he's a good guy. He can continue to be his friend. Just keep going the same way that you were going. Since he has one little, not looking at something in a straight way, there's one little pre-motive, so therefore it tilts the whole judgment that he's judging on himself. Right? You have to make sure for yourself, not to take a bribe from the Yitzhak. So these are nice words, but how do we do the nice? The first time I ever learned a piece of, the second time I think I ever learned a piece from the Hilel of Tosh Rebbe. I read the first part up until the Kochav. It's Parshas Bereshis. It was after Shul Friday night. And it was such a mechayah. He said it's amazing. The only thing is he doesn't tell me the nice. He doesn't give me anything to do the nice. And then I continue the second part of the Torah. Kolei the nice. The first half of the Torah is always saying a nice Torah on the Parsha. And the second half is he brings it down to us for Avodah. Avodah is Avodah Kashem. Such an amazing thing. Such an amazing thing. Todah Rabba Hashem that we have the schools of learning this whole Torah. Todah Rabba. People I know are sitting there going, no, Tamshich, Ishma, Habibi. You can buy the Sefer, you can learn it as fast as you want, you can eat it, it's delicious. This is the way we want to, like a nice piece of steak. not like. The Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh said, "Be'avara kan mehera." Tzich la'abed at the bechina liot meher, to open meher. Besides also mitzvahs Talmud Torah is a higher level when it's not from the internet, when it's not from a picture, when it's panim also. Because your neshamas can mechaber. But in the meantime, this lach, the Yehudim, and we had already so great, the Tosh Rebbe, all of the Tzaddik Edor, they wanted to, not all, a lot of them, they wanted Tzaddik Edor, they wanted to, Nagbe, only come to me, what, you want to go to Uman, that's a great thing, Tosh Rebbe said, you want to go to Uman, and I'll send money to pay to make sure there's windows in the shield. That's what he said the first time. I think someone asked him if they could go to Uman for Rosh Hashanah. He said, yeah, but I don't know if they have windows, and there's windows in the shield. I'm going to send my Gabbai first, and I want to put windows in the shield. So he said, he saw with my eye, I looked, they traveled the whole world, try to find any tzaddik I could find. Anyone, Mystic, Nigma, anyone. I never, ever felt so much kedusha when I felt when it's something. I never had such a close enough with the Shem afterwards, my tefillah, my tefillah. I felt like an ish. Not for a day, not for a week, maybe for a month, for more. It was just ecstasy, amitiyah, that's a week. So now I believe in love, it's good to see them more. Rabbi, I should be able to shut my mouth and speak. And just to read the Torah so we can have a chance of doing it every week. So we have a chance, please help me. When I'll go, we're going to read. Try not to interrupt. Be with us, pay attention, take what you can take. Hashem yichud b'chim yichud shkenta. Asam lachat v'lach t'v'shem t'v'lach. Ayin mukdash v'etzmi v'kol tzadikim v'kol ha'nisvan. V'lev Rabbeinu, Rav B'shul v'fayish, Ben Mordechai. Zchutik emunim v'kol Yisrael. V'yetchilin v'yitei atzadik. V'ayir lanu, k'ulam shoshem v'yitei 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 יותר ולבית בשם תירה כל אחד לפי מצבו ולפי מדרגתו ולהרגיש אותך נמצא כמתנגד נגיעה של שקר אינו שקר like myself בדעת אמיתית he doesn't wear his das truly וכן יש לפעמים שאדם מתיירא שאם חברו יכבוד ואין לבני אדם יקרא קצת מכבודו so where's his friend's כבוד ולכן מתעורר בליבו קנאה ושנאה נגד חברו Alright, he starts hating his friend because his friend gets more כבוד כל מיני סיפורים that we deal with every day ואויבר על Allah שלא תשנא את אחיך בדבריך is over now nivera not to hate your brother in your heart and to love every yid even a yid who goes with a kippah like this you need to love him and even a yid who goes with a kippah like a knit you need to love him and even a yid who goes with a nanach kippah like Rabbeinu Tosh went with not just nanach but tzaddikim went with kippah like that the barata tzaddikim with kippah like that you still have to love him and even a yid that goes without a kippah you still have to love him because he's a yid, he's neshama yetera, he's neshama yehudi, he doesn't know better. You compare Lamed Beis of Tanya, and Masbir HaKol, Lamed Beis Leif, you have to love every yid. It's chelik elokayim, even when you give Tochacha, it's only to the Ra that the yid's good, but the essence of every yehudi you have to love. And if not, we make payment in Hashem's heart, someone steals from your money, how do you love? Someone does you remote, and Allah is Salabani, when you try to do a talk to him, how do you love him? Someone beats you up, someone does this, someone does that. But we know it's all from Hashem. David HaMelech said, okay, you see we interrupt. We can't stop talking. You start reading the word of the Torah and it just starts flowing. ויצא מסמד עיניו וממציא לו על זה היתרים ותירוצים שונים. He starts giving us different תירוצים. He starts giving us different heterim, how we can do things. על ידי שמועצו אליו כמה I look at the time you find sins on the person because of that he tells you can hate him. I look at him, he's a sinner, you can hate him. So he thinks it's a mitzvah to hate him. ובאמס אין דאלה מפני נגיע של כבוד. It's only because it touched to his honor point. אשר יצר העלה ליבוד of the יצר הרע put it in his heart. This point of honor, it's his honor, his ego. When a person contemplates very good in everything that he does, if I understand that the Yetzer is always bribing him and tricking him with different types of negiyot and piniyot, he does things for ulterior motives. He blinds his eyes, like a even, he makes his own eyes blind, and he gets rid of the words of the tzaddikim, If all the people in the Tosh, no offense, I love you all of the people there with Mekayim, what it says in Avodas Avodah, Mashiach would come. It says in the Zohar, Kadosh, if Knish Techada, and with order to tshuva, and they would achlu, Mashiach would come. If the Tosh would just take his teachings, if the Chabad would just take the Rebbe's of the Chabad's teachings, if the Breslovers would take their Rebbe's teachings, everyone would just love everybody and do the teachings. It's not cool. How can you call yourself a chassid and don't do what the Rebbe says? And don't do the teachings? And why just because I was born into this family? Or because that I happen to politically saw this or that or whatever it may? Who says that this is the absolute end? A person has to search for endless. Hashem starts with the dat, the lamim, and Yichud Hashem. It's two English, the dia and Amunah. You have to search for yourself. You have to believe what they told you from your fathers, but you also have to search. Otherwise, it wouldn't be about you. Otherwise, Avinu Avinu wouldn't be about you. Person gets their eyes blind in the words of the tzaddikim. He says, I'm good, bad. Bad, good. People are so messed up. Me too. I think things are good or bad. Things are bad and good. We need das with the tzaddikim. He's not learning this far enough with tzaddikim. Because he doesn't know Ben is what's good or bad. That's what prevents him from being tshuva to Hashem Yitbarach. And on this comes the pasuk to warn a person. When he judges himself, can't tilt it, he can't take sides. Not take a bribery from the Yetzer. That blinds the eyes with different types of negiyot and piniyot, ulterior motives, not the right alternatives, not the right ways of doing things. He has to look after his ways. Believe emes, believe tamid, with a true heart, and a complete simple heart, not with chachma, just with tmimus. B'tzedek u'b'mishpat, with righteousness and judgment. V'yivchen heitiv et kol machshotav liburav u'ma'asav. And a person has to mafkin, has to distinguish very good all of his thoughts, words, and actions. V'yechapes b'leiv emes, and he has to search with a true heart, with all of his koach, all of his strength, how to fix them. He has to search with a true heart, and with all of his koach, how to fix these deficiencies. V'misheker v'ramay, without lying and cheating. V'kmo shomrim in Shmoneh Esrei, melech ohev tzedakah u'mishpat. Yesh Geboyer Baruch Hu K'v'yochel, ohev mishtoikek, Hashem loves, and he yearns. Sh'hamishpat yeh b'tzedek u'bemes, rightfully and true, without sheker mirma, without lying and trickery and fraud. Rak bekoach mishpat kazeh, only with the strength of this honest judgment like this. Efshar l'ladam legeshet leyom hadin. Person has a way to go, they have foot to step on to go to the day of judgment. Oh, in Rosh Hashanah, the day of din. People say, oh, how can you leave your family on the day of din? Oh, you idiot, now's the time you want to think about your family. The whole year, you don't care about your family. The whole year you leave your family for any excuse there is. And now you have the time to do something for your family and to go plead on behalf of them. That even though you being the leader of the family, it's your fault that they're not holding in the place where they're supposed to be holding. Because of your avera, of my avera, I'm talking to me also, or everybody on their level. How can you not go and plead for din? Baruch Hashem. We have a matana. Tzaddik said, Rabbi Nachman, anyone that believes that he's a tzaddik. So believe it, the tzaddik said. Why not? Why is it so hard to believe that Hashem gave him a matana of Rosh Hashanah? And anyone that was ever there can feel it. It's not something of this world. It's not something of this world. And anyone that was never there, they didn't tell her, they're not even allowed to speak about it. Because ain't a dayan dan, alamasha ayin ro, alamasha ro yana, only what he sees. And that's what we just learned about a righteous judgment. How can it be a righteous judgment when come rabbanim and pasalim and you're going to women when they've never been and the eyes are not allowed to judge something that they haven't seen? So better not to say anything if you don't know, if you're not certain. Because on everything there's righteous din, judgment. I look at Tosh Rebbe, the Gemara says that anybody that shed tears on a tzaddik, Hashem counts them, He puts them in a special place. Hashem wants us to cry in the tzaddikim. One of the capitals of Tikkun Chatzos is to mourn the death of the tzaddikim. Amshich Kodim, Amshich Kodim. Valzen Makatev Lazir Dadam comes the pasuk to warn a person. Shebeshash Yushoy that does know when he judges himself Yeshlo. Yaakov Panamish Bedavalika Shoy Kenya Yitzir Mistam Masam Medaina Negio to Penio Elichak Rachamaisa believe Emet, believe Tamim Tzedek Mishpat. If you can hate, he has to carefully understand that all of his thoughts, Libura and myself. Everything a person does is either through the bushings of the neshama, or his thoughts, liburs, or his actions. Lichapes, believe emet, b'kol kocho, the darkness, is to look, is to search with all of his heart and all of his strength how to fix them. Believe sheker v'ramiyah, without lies. כמו שאומרים מלך אוהב צדק ומשפט פרש כי הבויר ברוך הוא כביכול אוהב ומשתוקק שמשפט יהיה בצדק ובאמת. He wants it to be righteousness and truthful. But שקר ומרמה, without lying and trickery, ורק בכוח משפט כזה, only with the true judgment. אשר לא לאדם לגשת ליום הדין, a person can approach the day of judgment ולזכות לכתב ולחתם בספר החיים. To be written and sealed in the book of life. To be written and sealed in the book of life. Amen. Kasher Yizke Adam, Yeshuv B'tshuva, B'derech Zeh B'leiv Emet, when a person merits to return in tshuva this way with a true heart, retire etzmo and purify himself. Mikol Machshava Dibur Ma'aseh, from every thought, speech and action, She'enu Kergon, that's not proper. Like the Hele Tanya speaks about. But everybody was very chazak in Sefer Tanya. Very chazak that everyone should learn Tanya. Azai Yizke Shiyay Elav Or Elokai Or Gadol. Person who examines himself this way. And create Torah. People want to Rod Blah. Rod Blah. They say in Morocco. Rodla. Anyone saw the Rebbe of Tosh? There was no one I ever saw him with such orod. Nobody on any drug, no tzaddik, no anybody in other happiness. I never saw anyone in such a place of ecstasy as looked at Tosh Rebbe. So devuk to Hashem. Which shows that is the whole point, is just to be devuk to Hashem. V'hine HaKadosh Baruch Hu G'viyoyz l'mishtoikik tamid Le'ir l'gvoya v'or v'gadol. Hashem is yearning. Hashem is kulu or. All He wants is to shine His aura upon Israel. That's all He wants. K'v'chines mamim zalei chazal said in the Gemara Pesachim Yoyte mima she'egel roitze l'naeg Parah roitze l'amid. More than the little baby cow wants to take the milk from the mother wants to give, hurts the mother wants to give the milk. More than we want Hashem to shine His awareness. Hashem wants. Hashem wants us to succeed. People say, how do you know you're not making a mistake? My Hashem's leading my life. I'm praying for Hashem to take me to the right thing, and this is who He's leading me. Hashem wants me to succeed. I want my kids to succeed more than I want to. Kamatov Hashem. Kamatov Hashem. Ele Shavonotenu. Abdilin b'neinu lebein Elokeinu. Arabero. Because I have veil, because there's separation between us and between God. כמו שכתוב, עוונותיכם היו מבדילים ביניכם לבין אלוקיכם, that your sins have separated between you and between your God. וחטאותיכם הסתירו פניהם מכם. And your sins they hid your face from you, Hashem's face from you. אבל כאשר אדם שופט את עצמו, when a person judges himself, to fix his ways, and he purifies himself from his actions. And all the good that he did in the year. He did good. Then he did a verot, which made a block between the good he did. So now when he does tshuva, so then it's just left with all the good. And that's a klish, he becomes now a vessel that the aura of Hashem can sit upon him, can rest upon him, can shine upon him. And he merits to feel the aura of Hashem in every action. You know, it sounds strange, but that's how the Tosh Rebbe lived, and that's what he wanted us to live. That's what he's trying to teach us, not the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh. Did you know the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh that's shaykh to Agnes? And even though we have nefilot, maybe at this second I fell, but it's still shaykh to me now the next second. And even if afterwards I fell again for a week, it's still the next second again can be shaykh to me. At any second that we want. That's the teaching that the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh taught us. He passed down. And here now through the Rebbe Tosh is taking an emphasis on it. That all we need to do is tshuva, and Hashem's light can shine upon us and be made on us in ecstasy and relate us to Hashem. ובזה יש לפרש מה שדקנו על יותר לשון הפסוק. Now we have to explain what we were being medactic about, specifying on the verse, the words of the verse. Asher Hashem Elokechem Leitim that Hashem your God gave to you. Bekdim Divrei Rebbe Baruch Hu Mimazabir Zchut Yigan Aleinu. We're going to give prefaces from what the Rebbe, the grandson of the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh, said. The Rebbe of Baruch Hu Mimazabir. She's buried next to the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh. Zchut Yigan Aleinu. Shaperish al Pasuk Zeh Shoiftim v'Shoitim Titim Lecha. What did he say? Shoiftim v'Shoitim Titim Lecha. Perish Shetamid al Atzmacha Shoiftim u'Manigim Keilu. You have to put judges on yourself like this. Asher Hashem Elokechem Leitim Lecha. That Hashem gave to you. Vos geben allein des Ebersten in dir allein. Yeah, whoever understood that, you can please explain to me afterwards. Haim manhigim hamadrichim otcha bederech hayashar. Right? Manhigim, they're directing people that are leading you, that are directing you in the right way. That's the people you need to put on top of yourself. So those are the shifting. Who are your role models? Who are your role models? A basketball player? A trance DJ? Who are your role models? A rap superstar? A conservative reformed rabbi? Who are your role models? You need to be tzaddikim. Who are the tzaddikim? Who are the tzaddikim? Who's left? Who's left? Even the Tosh Rebbe, the sign Mashiach's coming. The sign Mashiach's coming. That's a sign. The last of awakenings. Those are the Tshuva Israel. It's easy to say. I know I'm not going to do any different in the next minute either. Lavai. Zchut tzaddik. It's not pashut. You can't just come and zchut to the Tshuva. Zchut tzaddik. Rabbeinu Meshulem Chayesh B'Mordechai. Sheshviya B'Kulam L'Sot Tshuva Shlema. B'Ezrat Hashem. B'Ezrat Hashem. B'Ezrat Lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu B'Ezrat. Shtachat Achatim B'Tachas Kizet B'Decha. B'Tachas B'Tshuva Shlema. B'Ezrat Kulam. B'Ezrat Hashem. B'Ezrat Hashem. B'Ezrat Hashem. B'Ezrat Hashem. Haynu manhigim v'modrichim oitcha v'derech ha'yashar. Manhigim that take you in the right way, that lead you in the right way. U'ma'ir mikirbecha da'at ha'emet shetak v'dashem l'kecha. These are the tzaddikim that can shine in you the true das to know Hashem. But if you derechenu yesh loim ha'shoiftim v'shoitim tidimecha. According to our way that we were saying, we can say, what does it mean, judges and guards you should put for you? If you put on yourself judges and guards to judge your actions in truth and righteousness, that Hashem, God gives to you, but this arrangement, this Birshtim, in Biraraim, so you can be zeicha to feel the aura of God inside of you. It's emet what I'm saying. It's emet. It's not me saying it. It's the tzaddik. It's trying to teach us. How did he feel like that? Because he did this. What is a Rebbe? A Rebbe is to teach what they know to other people. Today a Rebbe became a symbol of kavod. Who people know to the most. He gets this kavod, he gets this. Makes a big zach about him. But the emistic Rebbe, like the Balatanya says, is that the Hasidim will come to Mavakesh Darkei Hashem. Teach me, Rebbe, I see you're a tzaddik. I also want to be a tzaddik. Like Rabbi Nachman said, I'll make my Hasidim to be like me, mamash. That's what it is. That's what he's teaching us. He's teaching here. He's teaching us that we too can also feel Or Hashem. The natural state of a Yid is to feel the Or of Hashem. Don't say the extreme is that he was the Rebbe, he can't understand. No. But you could understand, and you knew which each and every one of us needed. That's the koach of the tzaddik. That they can go from such a high place and Yored to such a low place. Only the tzaddik Yored in the Mishpiyah to the new. And it's mechuber all the way to that and to Keter Elyon. V'zeh she'amru Torah da'igan. In the mitzvah zu. This is why the Torah specifically says in this mitzvah the mantichia, so that you should live. You should have the heirs, and you should inherit the land. It's enough, it's really at the appointing of the kosher judges to give life to the Jewish people, or Shiva al-Masan, to dwell them on their land. And a person stands and puts on top of himself judges and guards. That myself to judge his actions with tzedek righteously. A person like that truly judges himself and he looks at his actions and says, how did I do this? How did I think this? How did I say this? Hashem, what was I thinking? I must have been crazy, forgive me. So a person like that, obviously it will be to the level that it had to be, but it will be to an emistic level. Not just the way I made it Kehilu, but to the emistic level that a person will do it. So that would be enough to bring the Jewish people back to Eretz Yisrael. Those that think that we already are on the show back, we started to come back. But it's Ligalas. Alright. Hanu Nikroi Ve'elehem HaGeula Shlema. See, to bring the Geula Shlema. And if you Lord the Tzaddik, as he said to you, Lifnei the Mishpat, the Tzaddik see with us is happy. Smechim that we're learning this time. Smechim that we're going to try to go in his ways. Anyone that had a kesher to the Rebbe of Tosh, anyone that felt a kesher, anyone that the emes wants to do something to the Rebbe of Tosh, Try to learn his teachings. Not only that, try to look kind of him. What can you do more? That's his provable. That's his payroll, the tzaddik, and everybody else. It says in the Zohar HaKadosh that parents should never stop having provable. Why? Because you never know which kid might be zakai. When a person's nifted, they can't raise themselves up. They don't have any more mitzvahs. But the kid that they left behind, if they're zakai, if they do mitzvot, the Torah, they can raise up the neshama of the parents. That's why the mitzvah of kibbur avim is even after the parents are nifted. So too with the Rebbe. If the Rebbe is like a parent, someone does like a father. So his kriya happened. We really not even to sit on a chair, we really to lie down, to cry. All of them sell together. Just the day of Hashem to learn what's up and the soul of the Mashiach. It's all the Rebbe want Mashiach. You know, Emes the Tzaddik is one want Mashiach. They do things with hope for Mashiach. They make points. They don't just let everything go. You see the Chassidim, you know, they're Achrayim. Kach Achrayut. The Tosh Rebbe, שמעתי הערב, שאני מברך אותו. If someone had a night to stay up to learn for the night of a Brit Milah, Brit Yitzhak, so the Minhag Ashkenazim is the entire night. And the entire is a shmir for the day. So the Rebbe himself will call out the person and say, listen, Yishma, Mazalta, Tadi, I'm going to learn for you instead. If you go to sleep, or you go to sleep, I'm learning for you. It's okay. How many would have that level of need at the Emet for himself to call up any chassid that it was, to tell him like a friend, like a cheder, like a father. I'll do that too. I'll take care. Not that the Gabbai called up, that they called up themselves. There's no need of kavod. Sanei kavod. All of these things the Rebbe went for. It's not only reading now of the Shir, it's chazkut and zkut of the Rebbe. We should all try to mitchazek. We should all try to mitchazek. How tov is the 1 minute down, it's so tov. Anyone knew. There's no one as good hearted, no one as good headed. No one as earnestly. No one as earnestly as David Rebbe. So it comes to warn not to take a shaykhid that blinds your eyes from the Yitzhak. And you have to do a very, very careful check of oneself. And then a person can come to Yom Adin. Yiskot lichtav v'lachtim sefer achayim. Like a sheis k'adam l'shuv b'tshuva b'derech zeh b'leiv emet. Yitayr etzmo mikol machshava dibor u'maiseh. When he purifies himself from every thought, speech, and action. She'eno kegon, that's not proper. As I say, shir lev or Elokai b'or gadol. The Halo HaKadosh Baruch Hu kiviyach mishtoikik tamid le'ir le'briyah. Hashem is yearning for that, like Chazal said, that the calf, right, the cow, he said, gives more than the calf wants. What's separating us? So therefore, when a person judges himself, and he fixes his ways, and he purifies himself from his actions, right, then all the good that he did the days of the year, so they remain. And then there's nothing blocking. And from that now, from the good that he did, from those mitzvahs, they shine on him. And what is a mitzvah? Mitzvah is Atzmis Hashem. Yud Kei Vav Kei and Atpash is Mem Tzadik and Vav Kei it's Shem Hashem. Mitzvah is the 613 Shvilim and Drachim that Hashem is Meir HaBatzmuso to give to the creation. And he gives that Shef Abaya, the Yid in doing the mitzvah. Is it before the Kav or after the Kav? That is the Kav, the Prati is. So the Hashem Meireyah. Hashem is Kei Ledat is Hashem. If I was allowed to take a guess, obviously in Kabbalah we can't have Tiri, Svarah, Chaz Shalom. But what makes, what I would think is that is the Kav, is that the Pratim of the one Kav that we give from Hashem, that's been carried into Sheshmo, Shlosh Esrei, Mitzvah. That's the Shpa, Vow, and Yisrael's Mamshich, Mi Ein Sof Baruch Hu, to the creation. So, we said now a person can merit this great light. וזויך להרגיש את אוהן סויפר ובגרום עשיו ובזה לפרש מה שדקנו על יותר לשון הפסק אשר השם אלוקיך נזנך. Back then we said what the Rebbe of Borach said, right? What's the shaytim? You have to put them on yourself, and from that you can margish the or nachiyas of Hashem inside of you. Because the Taravonos then will not separate if you've done tshuva. V'zeu shamaru Torah daika, and it's for this what the Torah says, v'mantichi yavir sheshet et eretz, so that you can live and inherit the land. The Parish Rashi Kodesh Kedai Yuminu Dayanim Aksherim V'chayodet Yisrael Shiv al-Masam. It's enough to appoint the kosher judges to make Israel live on the land. I'm Kizesha Damami, that is one person that does it on himself. Shoitim v'shoitim v'shoitim myself, the judge's ways, but said they could die. No Shiva Israel Masam is Kedai to return the Yid into his ways, and the Karab Lema Geula, Shlema to bring the complete Geula. Ki tshuva mikrevet ad Geula, the tshuva brings close the Geula. K'moshe Amru Chazal said, Ein Yisrael Migalim, the Geula will only come Ela b'tshuva. The Charedim look down at the Baal Tshuva. So, Baal Tshuva's Lamala, Mitzadikim Gemora, Mitzachazal B'chorashim Gemora, it's a Zoyar HaKodesh Meforashim more than that. All the people should go and kiss the Baal Tshuva's feet. In a joking sense, but they should mechabed them with chabel kafur. Instead they resolve them like they think that they better than them. But they think Hashem gets more nachas uruch than them. Why? Baal Tshuva oimdim, Kini Tzadik, Gamor, Eni Yicholamot. Harbe has been. Ele b'tshuva, v'chein k'siv tziyah l'mishpat. Tifto Shev Yabit Tzedaka Perish Shalidei Mishpat, by the judgment Shebnei Yisrael Shoiftim et Atzman U'mitpashtim v'maisim u'mepashpashim v'maisim, and you look in their ways B'tzdaku v'emes, and tzedaka and truth, V'zeh Tifto Tzion v'Yerushalayim V'emes L'Redim Tzion v'Yerushalayim V'shas Kutshi B'ruch Mishrim B'et Yisod Malchus Yisod Mikvah B'binyan Beis HaMikdash B'meir, but what it means for us is the opinion of the Beis HaMikdash. So that's the Torah part. Now he starts the Yehuda part, and then he gets even more just like a Sikha part. So it's usually where the Torah's work. So who doesn't have any more patience to listen? And 99% of people don't have any more patience to listen. שביחד לעשות עוד נחת רוח עכשיו לצדיק, שעוד אחד יתחזק בזכות התורה של הצדיק עכשיו. איזה צדיק איתנו. Anyways, it's Mina Yisrael and more Torah. It's Shishim. So it's okay. It's not real Shishim, it's Shabbat, what it is, it's learning Torah, מה יותר טוב מזה? על כן בעמדנו כן בעת בימים קדושים כאילו said the Tosh Rebbe. The Duke on the time, in this time that we are right now, standing here today, in these holy times like this. Asher עוד מעט היינו ניגשים, כבר לימי הסליחות, עוד מעט התחלת סליחות. ויום ראש השנה, יום ראש השנה, תלך אדם מתעורתה, מתרדם את הזמן, a person needs to awaken himself from the sleeping of the time, ולהעמיד על עצמו שופטים ושוטרים, stand up for himself, to appoint on himself guards and judges, and pashpesh v'l'maisa is l'maisa, to go through and check out his way. שיכיר היטב עד כמה לא ינער ידיים כאילו ידעת, to see how improper he's acted up until now. ורק במשפט זה יכול אדם לגשת להתפלל לפניו יתברך. Only with a mishpat like this, a person can come to pray before Hashem. Sometimes a person can't even come to pray before Hashem. They feel so bad about their Avera. So stop, pashpesh, say tshuva, say cheshbon nefesh, and try again. כמו שאנו אומרים בתחילות הסליחות לך, השם הצדקה, ולנו בושת הפנים. To Hashem is the righteousness, to us is the embarrassed face. We do so good to us, Hashem, and we just look at our own Hashem Yishma. Kedalim, like poor people, the Karashim and paupers, the Fakmud, like the Echel, we knock on your door, Hashem, he said before, like the Rebbe said, to put your hand on the door, and just speak to him, you'll understand. So too now we're knocking on the door of the Sefer. This is the knocking on the door of the Rebbe, Mitosh, Amishum, Vayish, Ben Mordechai, כולנו שלומדים את זה עכשיו מתקשר בנפש רוח נשמה 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 תדעת בנפש רוח נשמה 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 צדיק יסוד עולם רבנו אדוני ורבנו Shalom Faish B'Lecha. Chalan Tzadik HaKadosh Baruch Hu Tzaddik Yisrael Kol Yisrael. ולא בושת הפנים כדלים וכשרים נפקנו דלתך אל תשיבנו אליכם לפניך Hashem, please don't return us empty before you. It's like, sometimes you go to a rich person, you think he's going to give you some money. Sometimes you get returned empty. Hashem's not like that. Hashem doesn't want to return us empty. It's Hashem will give us everything. כי רישס דבר בטרם ניגש אדם נשפך שיח ודפנו יתברך. Before a person goes to pour out a speech before Hashem, in slichot, with tachanun in their prayers. Right? Someone that thinks that he brought the boost is only shaykh to Breslev Hashem Shmo. Tosh Rebbe has a special place. We go there, we go his money. He tells us also that that's the Eker of everything. צריך להרגיש באמת בדעתו, כי לנו בושת הפנים. If we don't באמת feel embarrassment, because anything that I do, you don't really feel it. It's hard to feel it. היינו שיגר כמה חני, עדיין הנגד מלך מלכים מלכים. Has to see how much he sinned up until now before the King of all kings. ובשבאמס על פי שבוסדנו כדאי, שהקדוש ברוך הוא ירחם עליו יסלח לו. According to the letter of the law, it's not right that Hashem should forgive me and atone for me and have mercy on me. אלא כדלים וכשרים ופק נדותיך, rather like the poor and the papa who are knocking on your door, Hashem. וכאשר אנו מתפללים לפניך בהחמאה, when we pray before you, Hashem, being subdued, החמאה כזו, ובבוישס פנים with embarrassment face. אז היינו יכולים לצפות, כי ממציא הבעל דבר לפניו תורדוס הבריס. התקדש לילו זמן להתבונן במצבו ובתורבו. What happens here, Torah doesn't let us. He doesn't give us the time. We're so busy doing this and that. We don't have time to להתבונן in our מצב and Torah and avodah, which is the Iker of our Chaim. ונמצא כי היינו יסמומה ותיקון נפש בימי להיות המבואים עוד השנה. For him there's no difference between Elu and the rest of the year. He just keeps on going about his life, no change. ולבד זאת ששומע בכל יום כל שופר, unless he hears the shofar every day. If he's lucky and he goes to shul. ואוי במזמור כף זין, and some people are noigim, most Am Yisrael is noyek to say the David Hashemur Yachret Tefillah. And those that didn't want to say it, they were choishes that it came from Talmidei Shas. But Minan Rov Tzadikim was to say it. וגם תברך עם עצמו מחזיר טוב בנעמי. Even as a nice machzir ready for himself with his name all printed in gold. אבל אינו נויסן על ליבו לשנות את דרכו בחודש זה, but he doesn't put in his mind to change in his mind. לשבר את אביוסיו וטייבוסיו, to break his natures and his desires. אשר שקעו בהם כל השנה ונתריים. He's stuck in these desires, these physical, disgusting desires. ולהפך להישחרר, and now in the month of Elul he can change to a new person. רק לפעמים, only sometimes. ולכאורה, יד חשוב מזה. כך עובר עליו כל חודש אלול. Right? He thinks only once in a while he can do. He thinks like this. Instead of thinking about this all the time, trying to do tshuva once in a while, he gets a thought and then he pushes it away. It's not like a thought that he gets about business when he goes into it. Then he thinks about it more and more and more. Here he gets the thought about tshuva. which comes from the bat kol that the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh says that there's a bat kol that goes over Shamayim every day. The Gemara says, the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh says that when a Yid people has an idea to do tshuva, to do a mitzvah, they say Shorsh Neshamas Yirein, the bat kol. וכך אוהב אליו כל חודש אלו בלי תיקון המעשים רחמן הליצלן השם שצבס על כן אוהר שני משנסחם therefore waken the sleepers from their slumber כי עוד מעט ביום הדין יום ראש השנה a little bit comes the day of judgment the day of Rosh Hashanah אשר יום זה כה ביום מועד לפניו כבני מורון. Rosh Hashanah says it's like a stick, and they all go under. And it's like a sheep going under the stick, being accounted for. ואין דבר נסתר ממנו יתברך. You can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. You can't fool Hashem. You can't fool Hashem. You can fool people. Fool people. You can fool everything. You don't fool yourself. But you cannot fool Hashem. Rosh Hashanah is in the beginning. ואין דבר נסתר ממנו יתברך. אף מחשבה קטנה וקלה כמו שאומרים, even a small thought like it is at ידי רז העולם. ותלמוד סיסרי כל חי. You know the secrets of the world and the hidden of every living thing. אתה חייב לשכוח את הרבתם. So you search inside her stomach, inside her thought, inside with everything. The boyfriend lies believe in you inside of her kidneys and her heart. Ain't no one else in Chav, ain't stagnant, and there's nothing hidden from you and revealed from your eyes. The Lord Akalamaisim Shas Adam Vashanazu. Then you know, Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, not only what you did this year, are they judging you? I had a good year, you Shabbat, you started giving Shabbat, it's Yofi. The problem is, there was not only in this year, you're being judged. And I'll call them even though you already had judgment on that before. So new judgment, you're judged again on everything. From everything you did from the time you were born until today. כמו שמעצינו להפליגו המראים, there's a machlokes in the Gemara between המראים and the Gemara and Yema. Avdera Shataya Shahoi Dalean the Yom Kippurim of Avera that a person was misvade, he did tshuva, he admitted the Avera on a previous Yom Kippur. What's the din? Im Yachzov Yitvade Lehem the Yom Kippurim Zeh? Allah, it's a machlokes in the Gemara. As you need to again say vidui on the same Avera. I don't know. Last year he didn't Avera. Yom Kippur, he said, I'm sorry, Hashem, blah blah. Now the next Yom Kippur is after again. Say vidui on that. That's the question. But on this everyone agrees there is no machloket, there's no argument, everybody agrees. If you didn't yet do vidui on it, and you didn't yet do tshuva for it, even if it was 1 billion years before, you're chayiv to do vidui and tshuva. And that's what we say in the Verot Davar Avotenu, Mazeh Avotenu, on Gilgulim HaKodmim. Yeah, I'm doing vidui even on my Gilgulim HaKodmim. Gam b'Yom Kippurim zeh. Even on this Yom Kippur, even though it was many years ago, even though Gilgul and go you have to do tshuva on it. On Yom Kippur. Ki din yinato kol ma'is v'shirasam yom alad davedat, and they judge him everything that he did from the day he was born until now. V'im ken be'ezeh anpin yachol emod afanav yitbarach. Therefore, in which ways, in any ways, are they able to stand? What type of face? Are they able to stand the fun of Yitbarach? Are they able to stand before Hashem Yitbarach? I'm going to go back and read my mind to something else. The Tikkun Zohar that he gave me in the front, I wrote, Amen. That's what I felt the first time in my life. I felt something like that. The only time I never felt like that. It was enough to live just to see. Holy Man's face. Hashem Yivarech Oto. Neshama Tzroga Tzroga Chai. Tzadikim V'Nisaysim V'Klam Chai. V'Eza Ashpot Yikim Shpi Aleichem. V'Eza Ashpot. If you know what I even feel just right now, sitting and reading this Torah, feel ecstasy, niti, Zchut HaTzadik. So, let's keep going. So a person has to do all, if a person didn't ever do tshuva, it's an machloket amarai. If they did tshuva on it one time, do they need to do tshuva again? That's a machloket. If they never mentioned, they never did tshuva on it, until they do tshuva on it, it's not forgiven, they need to do tshuva on it. V'dai chayev l'itvodot, they have to do vidui, v'dashuv aleim, gam b'yom kippur, even in this Yom Kippur, he didn't know to all kol ma'aseh v'shavas miyom alad v'adata. The judgment of all the actions that he did from the day that he was born until now. And therefore, which way now can he stand if he's being judged on all of his bad actions, everything that he did as a little kid, as how he goes, how now can he stand before Hashem Yitbarach on this great day of judgment, a holy day? One thing, this whole year goes by, but also Chodesh Elul, the month of Tshuva, that goes by, B'li Cheshbon Nefesh, B'li L'Shemot T'viyotav, B'drachav not to change his natures and his ways. Sometimes he gives himself an excuse. He exempts himself. How? This is my teva, it's my nature. I was like this from the time I was born. I was born on Shem Yishmor. I know people blame it on that's the way they were born, Shem Yishmor. But the Emes Diborim, they love Kulum and enough in these words. Even if he was born that way, so what? The whole purpose of life is to change your natures and your initiating state. That's a human being. Gaber and nefesh bahamis and your animal soul. K'moshe kasev Rebbe Melech, zchut yagin aleinu v'lashon hakodesh b'tzetel katan. Says the Heilig Rebbe Melech. Says the Heilig Rebbe. Heilig Rebbe Melech. Zchut yagin aleinu. And it's tzetel katan. He says, Adam lo nivu ba'olam rak l'shaber et teva. The whole purpose that man was created was to break his nature. So it's the opposite. Everyone says, this is my nature. Change. This is who I am. Like the whole purpose of creation. The exact opposite. HaKadosh Baruch Hu would be b'kol adam Yisrael koyech Elokai. The nature of every person from Israel, every Jewish person, has the God b'koach inside of it. שבכוח זה יש ביכולתו לשנות את טבעיותיו לטבע שני. That he can change all of his natures and make it a second nature. A person wants to change something, that can become a new second nature. It's easy. A person's smarter than a monkey. Even a monkey, you can train. Even a dog, you can train to make something a second nature. A person, a being, a yid, the neshama, כמו שאמרו חז"ל, בגמור יבמוס, אתם כהן אדם. ואין על ידי כהן ואין כהן אדם. You see all the Jewish people were here called Adam, man, and not the Goyim. I'm sha'af im Adam noiled b'teviyot ra'im. Even a person is born with bad natures, with bad attributes, and with bimbo that are engraved inside of him. The toich damo v'nafsho, inside of his blood and the soul. אבל בדמים של בני ישראל הישר הקדוש ברוך הוא הכוח עליך. Again, I'll go back. So Torah got them to look forward to the Torah. Learn to be in Rash, learn Torah. Mila b'mila. מה שנסכם נסכם. נשמח על מה שיש. שתבח המלך לראות לשמוע מלאכה. אין לזה צדיק מסתלת. He said it's כדאי לוותר הרבה תורה, הרבה תפילה. ולנסוע לצדיק אמת, לשמוע מילה אחת ממנו. And now we're hearing many milim from tzaddik emet. Kol shaveh. Even lizbor all of the extra talk that I'm saying between the words of the tzaddik, shal tzaddik, and chol. Kol shaveh lishmua ol mina shel tzaddik. So it says, Chazal said that you're called, Jewish people are called Adam and not the Goyim. Peirish, what does it mean? Ki Adam is noted in Aleph Dam. The word Adam, Aleph Dalet Mem, stands for Aleph Dam. Dam means blood. Hainu Sha'af, Im Adam noted b'tviyut ra'im, Amut ba'im, even if a person has bad natures inside of him when he's from his born, the Torah Dam of inside of his blood and his soul. אבל בדם של בני ישראל השרה הקדוש ברוך הוא את כוח האלף. And the dam of the Jewish people is really the aleph. That's the aleph of Adam. That's the aleph of Hashem. That's the aleph of Shleilam. That's the chelek Elokai Minam. That's the neshama Elokis. Shehu alufo shel ha'olam. He's the master of the world. He's the aluf. He's the one of the world. Shehu chelek Elokai. It's the godly portion. Asher mut b'behem. That's inside of every single Jewish people. Every single chiloi, they have the same Jewish soul inside of them that I just covered around. Not to be confused with Erev, by the way. I mean, Erev, you could look as religious as you want, this and that, it could be in this form or that form or that form. And meanings of Am. Who knows? I could also be every person. Who knows who could be? Hashem Yishmor, that's the pachad of pachadina. I don't even trust in myself. I don't even trust in myself because we know that the majority is going to be so much Erev. We just have to try to pray for emes. It's a beauty of emes. Okay, look at Tosh Rebbe. Someone that follows his teachings can't go on. Someone that we've met tries to do teachings of the Tosh Rebbe. The way it's coming in, Shneimot, One Torah, Maftiach, Baduk. בתוך דמו בנפשו עבר בדם, אנשל בני ישראל, דם בני ישראל. איש הקדוש ברוך הוא את כוח אלף, השם את הכוח על the אלף, שעלו בשואלים שהוא חלק אלוקי, אשר מות בה באמת עם גדן. שעל ידי כוח זה יש בה כוח לשינוי תביעותיהם, is the כוח to change. לטבע, להפכם לטבע שני, to switch it on to second nature. וזה עבודתו שבראשון, this is the avodah, this is the work of the Jewish person. שלקח נברא, that's why Hashem created him. בימינו אוהב אלזה, לא התחיל כלל הפועל תכליתו באוהל מדין. He doesn't yet work on this to change his second nature. He hasn't started to fulfill his purpose in this world. He can be an engineer, he can be a doctor, he can be a nose picker, he can be whoever he is, but he hasn't yet said, I couldn't say things like this. Tzaddik, he's saying this, hasn't yet started to fulfill, to do the purpose of coming from. There's a pachadim, a person could be 7 years old and not yet start the tachlit of why they came, and why Hashem sent them, made them listen to the whole book, Hashem Yishmerenu, and maybe me also, maybe you. Help us, Rebbe, help us, Rebbe. Help us, Rebbe, the Rebbe, Shakula Chadat, listening to this one now, Shakula Rebbe, Tshuva, coming in, Hashem, in your school, told the Rebbe. I pray that only the people that are really to hear this should hear this, and not listening, not people that are going to laugh, and so fake, even that it's a part of a no, but I don't have to tell you, I don't have a mirror, I don't have to tell you, I just want to make a machatur, to be tzaddik, and I live in Hashem, tzaddik. לכן אף אם אדם מות כבר בהרבה כפיות רב. So therefore let's all try to kind in these words. Please, for the Rebbe. If you love the Rebbe, if you didn't even know the Rebbe, but you want to do something good for the tzaddik, let's try to make kind on his teaching. That's all we want, is for us to do what he taught us. Even if it wasn't us directly, we'll just find anyone that wants to come and to hear what he stood for. And therefore, even if a person is rooted already in so many bad natures, God forbid, the worst of the worst, Hashem Yishmerenu, not even the thick of them. Yesh b'kocho l'shanot et darachav, a person can still change. Even the worst of the worst, the most garua of the garua. I would say examples, but like if a kid's listening, I'm scared, but anyone can imagine the worst of the worst. he still has that part of God inside of him. And he can change. He can change. Then Bakol Yamot Hashana, every year, any day he can do it. Not only Rosh Hashanah, any day. And the Shetzarech Lishtoikik V'zeh Bakol Nafsho, but there's a condition. It's the one, it's the yearn for. He yearns for all of his being to come to it. Maybe that's a side of the story of the last princess of Rebbe Nachman. He's looking and looking for the princess. He's yearning for what's the princess? The Bat Melech. The princess is the Chelek Elokani Mava'ir. Not no matter how far away, how far we think we're not getting close, this, that, this, and that. And as long as we keep having tshuga for it and yearning for it, it will come. And that's the Vegas and the Kiyah is to Hashem Kurah. And a person can get regular with all of these natures that he had, that he's regular with in the entire year. And the Shetzarech Lishtoikik V'zeh Bakol Nafsho, he has to yearn for it with all of his heart and soul. This should be his worry in the world. Not where is he going to work, not how is he going to pay his mortgage, not how he's going to marry or get a shidduch. Not that they're all good things, all important things. Hashem Shpiyah Torah, Hashem Shpiyah Tzaddik, Kol Echad Madlik Ner, Hashem Tekid, the Elias Neshama, Shel Rabbeinu, Rabbi Shulem Fayesh, Ben, HaRav Mordechai, ותבקש מצדיק שלו טוב בעולם העליון, וגם תבקש איזה השפעה טובה, ותראי ישועות, וישועות. יכול לתאר. הייתי מאמין עם 10 יהודים, עם אמונה שלמה, היום אני כבר מבקש משיח. היום יהיה פה המשיח. אבל אין אפילו אחד. רצון, אולי יש. שנזכר, הלוואי להצטרף בתורה. הכל שאר התורות, all the other Torah, except for how to serve Hashem and be davek to Him, Yiske, Amaisi, and all the things of business. With failures and abilities that are secondary. What do? We make the of our business. Sometimes that's that kind of person's workplace. They say,
I'm sorry, I don't give tzedakah at work.
What do you mean? What, God doesn't exist here? There's no mitzvot while you're working. The Zohar Kodesh says that when it comes to you, they're specific for your neshama to give you an opportunity to part of no. I'm not even talking about a worker. Maybe they're on their boss, they don't like to touch money. Maybe they're on a wage, it's even from the boss. I'm talking about the Balabai.
I'm at work right now. I don't do tzedakah at work.
Hashem doesn't exist in your workplace. Ein on Yevado. How can you do Shema Yisrael? It's Ein on Yevado, you go to work. Hashem, Auto Hashem is right there with you. The Ikra is the Torah, the mitzvah, the Tafel, is everything else. That's what we need to get straight. כמו כאשר אדם צריך לעמוד במשפט לפני מלך פרס ודם. Person has to go in judgment before the court. Before a king, before the court. קבע זמן רב לפני המשפט. אין יכול לחשוב מסקב קרוי. He doesn't think about anything else. He's thinking about his court case. And הכל רעיוניו תור דימך להכין את זמן דיון המשפט. He's thinking how to prepare himself for his court case. כדי שיצא דינו משפט הצדק, that he should come out righteous. קל וחומר, בן בנו של קל וחומר, all the more so, like a really strong lesson of all the more so. כאשר אנו צריכים לעמוד במשפט לפני מלכות שלמה, when we need to stand in judgment before the King of the world. Right now we have to delve deep in ourselves. Only in tshuva, fixing our ways. And all of the rest of the things that are bothering you in this world, do them quickly, second hand. You need to make a phone call, you need to do something, a business, all of this. It's all secondary, and get back to learning. Dikr is the Torah, Dikr is the mitzvot. I mean, like, you don't have a choice, you have to do it without putting your whole being into it. What do? We put our whole being into the business and the work. So I have to work today. Work's president. I can't, I need to go to work. No, it's secondary, Habibi. Work a little bit, say that, but it's not the Ikr of Hashem, Eiron Levado. You made a void that needs to be in the service of God. Like it says in the Pasuk, to me, the children of Israel, servants, they're my servants. Asher says, Yosem Eretz Mitzrayim. You're right, they're going into work, they need to do things, everything to be ready for Israel. But the Jews were servants, were slaves, who accepted slavery to Hashem. Is it school to be a Eved to a Melech? לא רק מלך בסביבתם מלך מלכם לא from הקדוש ברוך הוא. I perish Rashi HaKodesh ki li b'nei Yisrael avadim, to me the children of Israel are slaves. Shtar HaKodesh, my document of the being my slaves comes first as Hashem. Ki kilbal setor kibalnu v'lein v'avadim v'makom, when we accepted the Torah, every Jewish soul was there, and we accepted upon ourselves to be servants to the king. V'lo avadim v'avlu, they're not servants to vanities of this world. וכמו שכתוב ואהבת את השם אלוקיך, like it says, to love Hashem with all your heart. בכל לבבך וכן כתיב, ולעבדו בכל לבבכם, and to serve him with all of your hearts. היינו שכל ליבו של אדם צריך להיות ארור בעבודות שמו יתברך. All of a person's heart needs to just be occupied in the service of Hashem. Nothing else. Nothing else. Just to be occupied his whole being in the service of God. That's the way that Tosh Rebbe lived his life. That was the message that he gave. It was only Avodas Hashem. It was only Hashem. Nothing else matters. No politics. I don't care what anybody thinks. Nothing. Just Hashem. Make him happy. Torah, mitzvah, chasadim, tefillah. היינו שכל ליבו של אדם צריך להיות תוירה בעבודתו שמו יתברך. His whole heart needs to be occupied with the service of God. הכל לב ונפש ומוי, all of his being. וזאת תהיה כל חיותו, this should be his entire life. This is his life. I remember I used to have t-shirts. Football is life, the rest is just details. No, serving God is life. Serving God, avoid the Torah mitzvah, this is life. The rest is just detail. It's just extra. It's just extra. It's also serving God in the right way. But it's secondary. It's important when you have learned to stop and reconnect yourself. By the time it says in Sefer Avodah, if you stop all the time and you all goes after the start, even if the machshavot wander, since at the beginning we're saying we're going to do it for the right reason, it's to be machshavot to Hashem, afterwards, even if you steer off, so you're not going to that. But when you write down Sefer Torah, Hashem Kedush Sefer Torah. היינו שכל ליבו של אדם צריך להיות תוירה בעבודת שמו יתברך. His whole heart needs to be occupied with the service of God. כל לב ונפש ומוי בזה תהיה כל חיותו, this should be his entire life. לא למחץ לשליש, not a half or a third or a fourth or a part fraction of his life. No, this is his life. That's it. If it's emes, it's kulu emes. There's no compromising. וכן כתיב כל הנשמה תעללך. וכן כתיב, right, the entire being, your entire being has to praise Hashem. כל not part of the neshama. בפרשת השבוע, תמים תהיה עם השם אלוקיך. מה זה תמים? היינו לשון שלמות. You have to be complete with Hashem, not only part of you. In the synagogue, היינו את השם, when I leave the synagogue, מי זה השם? אני לא יודע. Oh yes, I do. I remember from synagogue in the morning, I know Hashem, yes. No, I know that ככה חביבי, it doesn't work like that. Tamim, not that I'm any bad, I'm just reading the word and Tamim begging. יסוד בצד, לכנס את ליבי, לכנס מי, הלוואי על איזה מישהו אחר, ישמע גם, כבוד גדול בשביל הצדיק, בשביל הרבי, מסתבח המלך. כל הנשמה תעללך, וגם קראתי בפרשת השבוע. תמים תהיה משם לוקח את תמים, היינו לשון שלמות. שתעבוד את השם אלוקיך בשלמות הראויים. To serve Hashem with the rightful amount of completion, with the rule, with the fitting amount of completion. Whole live and with all of your heart, with all of your soul, with everything. Lo mechatz, this is not only partially. Chayiv zemut l'aleinu b'chol yomot hashana. This obligation is put upon us in all of the days of the year. Kol shechein, v'chol yom elu, asher anu omdim mifnei hamishpat hagad v'noira, all the more so in these days before Rosh Hashanah. V'biyamim elu tzrichim nit'ametz ma'oi larbod yoter limud Torah kadosha. What's the avoid in these days? Everyone according to the Torah to increase more in learning Torah, to accept upon yourself more and more learning Torah. Talmud Torah keneged kulam. K'mavur b'Torah Rosh Hashanah, that's the halacha. Not as far as Tosh Rebbe is saying, you can't take anything. That's what it says in the Torah, in the halacha of Rosh Hashanah. שמטעם זה תויקים בשופר מראש חודש אלול. Why do we blow the shofar? כי ב40 יום אלול מראש חודש אלול עד יום החודש. From these 40 days from ראש חודש אלול until יום הכיפור. היו משה עומד ומראים לקבל דקות אחרונות. He would stand up in the loftiness and receiving the last set of the tabernacles. נמצא כי 40 ימים אלול. Right, Kabbalah Torah comes out that these 40 days, since Moshe was in the mountain and receiving the Torah, so too it's for us, Am Yisrael. Now is the time that we can be met to receive the Torah. Some Bemet wants to receive the Torah. Now is the Zman from these days, Rosh Chodesh, Elul, Ad Yom Kippur. Alavai, somebody sees this and has mitchazik from it. Alavai it should be nachat ruach to Hashem Yitbarach. Let's look at this today. Tzadik, to the Ebi Shech and Aliyah, B'zat Hashem. Come on, being a good Come on, being a good it comes out that these 40 days are they have Kabbalah Torah, therefore we need to matmidin and very much in limud Torah. We're prat kiyat to the soif zman, choizim alimudim, right? We're just about to start a new zman for bachrim, for abrechim, shalimdim meshach kol zman. Right, we're starting a new zman. We're going to do chazara on what they learned. Hashem Mishroitz is talking about in his yeshiva. Hashem Mishroitz is Ratzliach b'limud Torah tzrich lit'amek b'limudei b'kol kolecha. Someone wants to metchazek in Torah. Emet, you want to metchazek in Torah. You have to delve yourself. You have to metzliach in the Torah. You have to delve yourself into it with all your strength, like anything. A person wants to be successful in a business. You have to put everything you have into the business. A person wants to be successful in Torah. You have to delve himself completely into it. Ain't a Torah like elimination mami that puts more. Someone who kills himself over the Torah. And so put all of his kochot and all of his senses, everything on the Torah, on the limudim. If he doesn't do like that, then his Torah won't be guarded inside of him. Like Chazal said, Ala pasuk aruchu b'kol v'shmur. Im aruchu b'ramach evarim mishmeret. If you're set in your 248 limbs, you'll be guarded. Im lav enu mishmeret. If not, then there's no guarding. The guarding of the guf is from the ruchni of doing the mitzvot. L'chein tzrichin atalit'amei kol kulu b'toras Hashem. Therefore, now we have to delve all of ourselves, all of our beings into the Torahs of Hashem. And only by learning Torah can we become close to Hashem in these days. How can we connect to Hashem with great connection of love, with great nearness? Mine, from yain. From the Torah that's called Yayin, that's how you can come back to Hashem. The Ikar Yayin of the Torah is the soilers of Torah. So therefore the Ikar of the Vekas through the Torah, all Torah is the Vekas. But the Ikar of the Ikar, like the Vekas of the Torah, is the Kabbalah, Kimuvan. Kamo Shadarsha Chazal, Ma'ayin Miyayin Shel Torah, Ki Al B'ya Torah Da Mitkasher Mahuso. From the Torah, a person connects to the inner of the Torah, which is Hashem. That's Musa Yitbarach v'Yichud Atzum, and he connects to the Yichud Atzum to Hashem Yitbarach, like is brought in Sefer Avodas Avodah, if I'm not mistaken. By that we fix our actions. Both Yoter B'Torah, they're voted to increase. Each person they're holding more in Torah and service of Hashem. Let's go Yoter B'Tshuva B'Tigr Ma'asim, and be Isaac even more. And tshuva and fixing of the knees can go to large own circle who will merit in this. They feel the light, the orod la, and so baruch hu. Kasher v'yarnu, like we explained. Ki al yidei sh'adam amid al atzmo shoftim b'shoftim, the person stands upon himself, he judges and guards. Ishvodet myself, to judge himself. V'kaim bo asher Hashem elokechem ha'yismecha, fulfill that Hashem your God gave to you. She'yizke largish, what's Hashem giving himself? She'yizke largish et Hashem alav b'libo, v'gadol v'mizot, but to feel Hashem in his heart. In his heart with great light. V'b'dor hazeh, listen to this. People might think, this is so amazing, like all the way, almost not. We have 2 little paragraphs. This is the best. People think, oh, maybe that's for the Dora. Man, the earlier generations, what are you talking about? You fanatic. What are you talking about? That was maybe for their generation, maybe for him, he was a tzaddik. What about for us? Ubedor Zeh says the Eilig of Tosh Rebbe is good to get in Bikva said the Mashiach, and the time's right before Mashiach is going to come. Yoiter Neikele Asiget or Hashem. Afilu B'ma'at Yitamtzutz. Even just a little bit of work, a person, it's so easy to get the light because we're so close to it. In the earlier generations, we were still far away from light and Mashiach. Now we've gone so close, we're so close. Just do a little bit. Feeling a little bit. Mitchazek, Shabbat, Tilo, Zohar, Kadosh, Zohar. Chazik b'kashrut yoter, kashrut from a private kashrut. From a private shlichus to see what's going on, to open your eyes to the Bayot and Am Yisrael. For the women to mitchazek with a proper hair covering and not a pale nachri that all the tzaddikim schemed out against. Not to speak in shiur. Tzaddikim of all Ashkenazim, Sfardim, Mekubalim, everyone scream, beg, don't speak in the shul of Tosh Rebbe. One time someone came to him and asked him for a bracha. Hey, like a Tosh Rebbe. Like he knew one of the kids. And he said, I can only give you a shul if you promise to stop speaking in shiur. He said, I don't know, Rebbe, it's really hard for me. Retard. Forgive me, for saying it at the time. Like, how can you be so retarded? You want a kid, all you have to do is not speak in shul. And he went back to his wife. His wife also told him you're a retard. And he went back to the Rebbe. Forgive me to the wife and him, who they are. I don't even know. I've just heard the story. Maybe they didn't say them that word, but the point is he went back to the Rebbe. Or the Rebbe, he was blessed with a son, Baruch Hashem, kids. Tzaddik Gozer, Kadosh Baruch Hu Mekayim, Afilu Achshav, Tadlik Merot, Eichud Tzaddik, Yeshuvim Ben, Mordechai Tadlik Merot, Tadlik B'Toshot, Titchazek Yichvodot, Tekabel Atzmenu. We should accept upon ourselves all mitzvahs, more Torah, to do for the tzaddik, Yichvodot, Alot Neshama. But Prat Keta B'Soif Azman, Poison, right? We have to do Chazara. We said that the limbs guard himself now. What do we need to do is to make Kol B'Torah Hashem. We can come close to him. We said now, since in this generation, and the equals the Mashiach, that the light is so close and such a little thing a person has to do, they can already feel so much. He called the tzaddikim v'kedoshim asher avdu et Hashem. The kol adorot, all the tzaddikim that they served Hashem with Mesiras Nefesh from all the generations. V'chinu et derech, the dor hazeh, they prepared the way for us. Shev equals to the Mashiach, of the heels of Mashiach. V'ashifru v'yiru or gadol. The Dor Elu, they shine down great light to this generation. And the Prat of Al Shem Tov HaKodesh, specifically the Heilig of Al Shem Tov, the Talmidav HaKadosh, and his holy students. Haridu or Gadol Ha'olam. They brought a big light down to the world. And they've become Rabbeinu B'Lev Meshulim Fayesh. Then Mordechai did the same thing. He brought down another level of the Or of the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh. The Te'ir, that Yerabam purified the air of the world. Kadesh, Shebedorot Halu, in these generations, they consider the Mashiach. And like it's so appropriate that this is the Torah said, the Shabbos that is, the Parsha, that is Nifter. It's an amazing thing that that's what he's talking about. Kadesh, Shebedorot Halu, the Ikvus of the Mashiach, Yeyoter Ka'ala, Sigator Hashem, in these generations. At the end of days, it's much easier to be able to masig the or. You see everywhere where people start having Ruach HaKodesh, all sorts of simple people start seeing things, spiritual experiences. Al Kain B'Dorot Elu, Kasher Adam, Mitamed Kitzatz. When a person just strengthens himself a little bit, he tries a little bit. The Pashpesh Ma'aseh to examine his ways. U'Mekabel Taken, and he accepts upon himself to fix. L'Shaper Ma'akshatav V'Dibrav myself and to fix and to make better his thoughts, speech, and actions. Zoicher take it, Largish et or Hashem, and automatically merits to feel the light of Hashem. Or Gadol, great light. And Kasher Yargish or is there when he feels this light, the Yargish Neimus Umatikas Avodas Avodah, and he feels the sweetness and light and the beautiful enjoyment, the ecstasiness of Hashem's service. As I shuv lo yachzer lo klum b'olam, they won't lack anything in this world. He'll have everything. Because he's no longer stuck in the world, he's with the creator of the world, he's outside of the world. He's not in the creation, he's with the creator. Kamo shoymrim mizemer, yadi nefesh. Yari lo yedido sechem nefesh suf, but it's created to me, closeness to Hashem and everything else. Hashem yitbarach yazir, shiakiyam banu akasib. Right now the Tosh Rebbe is blessing all of us. The Tosh Rebbe, the Ruach HaKodesh, I'm sure he knew what he was saying when he said this parasha. Let's all connect ourselves to him so we can makabel the bracha from the tzaddik, Zat Hashem, Zat Hashem, Zat Hashem, Zat Hashem, connect Korach Elkein, Neshama, Neshama, Amun Neshama, Zat Hashem. The tzaddik was continuing making every day. I think it's that big Ruach, the Ruach of the tzaddik, and the nefesh of the tzaddik. And the school that the tzaddik blesses Hashem Yitbarach Yazor, She'kiyum banu akatuv, Ki'imcha makor chayim b'orchem yeror, Asher chazdecha v'yodecha, v'tivkascha v'yishalev, Shemshich v'olenu b'yamim elu orot, v'chasidim merubim, Shenizkar l'argish et or Yitbarach, to feel Hashem's light, to feel Hashem's or, to feel the vekas, that's really all we want. B'koich zenizkar l'taken ma'aseinu k'lei, and not koich, but we feel Hashem's closeness, in order we should attack in our actions. ונזכה לשנת גאולה וישועה, שנת redemption, שנת שמחה וחדווה, שנת שתודחנו בו כממיר בארצנו, כבוד הציון גוב, מהיר ימינו אמן. כל השיר הזאת, it's מקודש, to say everything that we said, any נחת רוח Hashem God, should just go to give us food, and to all the tzaddik yisod olam, Rabbeinu Meshulem Chayish, Mordechai, that he should be at the koyach of studim tzaddik elamala. Exhort, Mashpi'al, we don't even need to say. He said about the Zayd, someone just left from my door to go to the Zayd. They already knew it Yeshua, they knew it in Torah. So to anyone who listens to the Shir, Mitzvayef, Mitchazek, Zchut of that day, look at Rebbe Yashpi'al, Mashpa'al, Tovot, Yishtabach Abada. Otherwise she's scared by Mashpa'al, Abada, so the nice HaRav Yitzhak and I'll invite somebody to watch this. If not, the Shkina watched it, I'm sure the Tzaddik watched it.